day focusing on a particular area and hovering quite close to the river wire. So as a result there was this police activity, and we got that statement from Lancashire Police in which they confirmed that at around 11:36 a.m. they arrived here close to the centre of the village. It's about a half a mile from the centre, perhaps about a mile from where Nicola's phone and her dog was found. They say that they attended reporting a body in the river wire close to Rawcliffe Road. An underwater search team with specialist officers were subsequently attending the scene. They entered the water and then sadly recovered a body. They say no formal identification has yet been carried out, so they are unable to say whether this is Nicola at this time. Procedures to identify the body are ongoing. They are currently treating this death as unexplained, and they say that Nicola's family have been informed of developments and that their thoughts are with them at this most difficult of times. From the school, perhaps a few hundred yards at best from the school where Nicola dropped off her children before she went on that riverside walk, a few hundred yards from the bench where her phone was found, which was still connected to that work conference call, and also where her dog Willow was found. The dog's harness was found by a member of the public. In fact, I spoke to one dog walker just the other day and was telling me he found that phone and immediately alerted people because it was strange that there was a phone and a dog there, but the owner wasn't there. So it's a small village, so Rawcliffe Road, which is a short distance from the village hall, not far from the school, and where they were searching today is perhaps about half a mile from the main road that goes through the village of St Michael's on Wire, and about a mile or so from that area, those fields, that riverside path, and that bench where Nicola was last seen. We're almost 3 weeks into this investigation, this missing persons investigation. They called us all in, members of the media, and in that news conference revealed that from the very beginning they thought this missing persons investigation, they treated Nicola as high risk because she had specific vulnerabilities. They later then clarified that by telling us what those vulnerabilities were. They said that Nicola had alcohol issues and she suffered with struggles with the menopause, and that they had resurfaced in recent months. Now that provoked a lot of reaction. You've heard that tweet from Suella Braverman, the Home Secretary. Well, that followed after there was, you have to say, a lot of criticism which the force perhaps were not expecting from a number of groups, including MPs, who felt deeply uncomfortable that this kind of information was being released to the public, details of Nicola's private life, 3 weeks into this investigation, and they questioned whether it was relevant, whether they had to do that at all. And so the force was under a lot of scrutiny. Now, Lancashire Police did inform Nicola's family that they were about to do this. They said that Nicola would not have wanted that kind of information to have been released, but they also said that there was a lot of speculation out there about Nicola's private life and these threats to sell that information to various outlets, newspapers, and that kind of thing. So they then themselves, Nicola's family, went on to reveal that Nicola had been suffering from brain fog, but also intense headaches, and had these issues. Throughout this missing persons investigation, there has been a lot of speculation about what may have happened to her. Police had been working on that hypothesis, of course, that she went into the river, but there were a lot of people who did not accept that, and in fact the village itself it's only got a small population of around 600. There were people from across the country who were visiting this village, putting forward their own theories, filming that and putting that out there. So Lancashire Police perhaps felt that they had to stamp out that speculation, they had to put a stop to that. That speculation, which the family, Nicola's family, said was appalling, was extremely distressing for her family, including Nicola's partner Paul Ansell. So what they were trying to do was try to give us a better understanding of what they were doing and why they were doing what they were doing and what they were telling us. But of course, it comes back to the fact that this private information was being put out there. We had the Information Commissioner saying that he wanted Lancashire Police to explain to him what the reasons were, how they'd arrived at that decision. Suella Braverman, the Home Secretary, the Prime Minister, they both also wanted to know why this kind of information was being released to the public, and so we had this huge amount of criticism that was being forwarded to the force, and therefore that's perhaps why Lancashire Police, there will be an internal review of how they've conducted this investigation and what they've released and when they've released that information to us.